Hi guys, Mr. Johnny here. Decided to make upload a new video to show that I'm not dead, I'm alright, fine-ish as I said. And yeah, what's going on? I'll try to make this video rather short to save your time and get the point across. In one of my last videos, I mentioned that I quit my job. And since then, I basically did it about at the end of the last summer, if memory serves me right, somewhere in the beginning of the fall of the previous year. And yeah, I had some nice quality time relaxing at home, didn't really pay too much attention to the fact that I should find another replacement for the job, and basically wasted the time and was kind of forced to return to the same place, which I do to this day. Again, the job sucks, but it gives me some income and allows me to live more or less. What I like about this job is that it is in my hometown and it gives me a somewhat decent income. Allows me to fill up the gas tank of my bike and go for a ride just because I want. Allows me to buy some parts for my projects and whatnot. And yeah, the actual job sucks. It is I don't remember did I say that before or not, but it's effectively a field repair engineer. There is a plant in my hometown which produces all sorts of stuff from plastic. Well, under all sorts I mean office products. Something like sheet protectors, some folders, ballpoint pens, permanent markers, some stuff like that. Specializes in plastics. There are extruders, there are automated line manufacturing machines and stuff, and it's all Chinese, almost exclusively, with some minor exceptions, and that sucks. Because I mean, I don't want to bash on Chinese products because I like them for hobby use. They work fine, especially when you buy not the cheapest one but the middle of the range and up. You will get what you pay for, believe it or not. If you spend a decent amount of money, even a Chinese product will work for you just fine and will give you satisfactory results. Better yet, I like these products because I can buy it, I can modify it to my heart's extent and make it better than it ever was. So that's it. What I've been doing in background, except going to the workplace. Working on some minor projects and some repairs that people brought me in. Those repairs are... A fella brought me an electric scooter, basically, quite some time ago, and he had some accident with a connection coming loose and shorting out, burning up some wiring and stuff. I fixed that, it now works, and that scooter had a control box which basically houses a switch mode power supply, which is a constant current, constant voltage charger for the 24-volt lead-acid battery pack. Because it's an older model, it doesn't have none of that lithium-ion rubbish, and in that box there also was a microcontroller that controlled generated PWM to drive the MOSFETs that drive the brushed DC motor, and it also read the battery voltage and displayed it on a bar graph display, a board from which you can see right here. Here was the display that currently now is right there on my homemade PCB. You can see I made this PCB exactly the same size. And the mounting holes, so it will mount exactly where it was. The microcontroller there had some problems. I didn't want to muck around with it, so I just made my own board, put a little microcontroller. It's an AVR ATtiny24A, very simple circuit as you can see. All there is to it is a microcontroller, bar graph display, resistors and a bypass capacitor. It measures voltage and gives you a relative measurement. Effectively, all 8 bars mean fully charged. 4 bars means 50% charge and so on. Yeah, I know the display is 8, it has 10 LEDs, but originally it was used as a 8 not 8-digit, 8 LED display, so I decided to make it as it was because people got used to it and because it's easier, and I don't have many spare I/O pins on this microcontroller either to afford that. Right now it works, it gives satisfactory results. I'm gonna mount it back in its place and give it back. If you might be wondering what the hell the battery is doing there, my power supply outputs from 0 to 21 volts, and a 24 volt battery pack, lead acid, fully charged voltage is about like 13 volt per 12 volt battery, so it's somewhere in like 26 volts, not quite enough. So this battery is in series with my power supply. Now effectively this offsets. This provides a whatever this battery voltage is, like say 12.6 volts, offset to my bench power supply. So instead from 0 to 21, it's now 12.6 to 24, whatever. You get the idea. It's offset 12.6 volts higher than it was before. Another thing that I've been doing in the background, I made this. It's a ZVS soldering gun, another reincarnation of it. It is now housed in this kind of interesting enclosure from a wall wart, powered by 2 lithium-ion cells, those that are marketed as high current for power tools. These have no trouble sourcing high currents and they work just fine. You can see a button, heats up pretty quick. Having these batteries and a higher voltage, I managed to up the power up to around 50 watts at a nominal battery voltage of 3.7 volts per cell. Works just fine. You can see it's completely cold now. It's completely cold still. I just wrapped some solder there. And you see. That's it. The tip is made from steel, it's quite massive, it has a quite large thermal mass, that's why it doesn't heat up as fast. But the advantage is of this thermal mass is you can work on some heavier thermal mass workpiece. I managed to solder quite thick wiring together with this, no problem. And it doesn't take so much to heat up really, it's like 5 or so seconds, I mean like, it's alright, it's just fine. Another thing that I've been doing on is I made these 3 identical boards more or less. What the hell are those? H-bridge driver for a DC motor. Basically, it will be powered from 28 volts DC. It creates its own power for the control stuff with help of this switch mode supply. Creates 12 volts for the control stuff and creates another 12 volts for that is used to properly drive the gates of upper MOSFETs in the H-bridge. Because all of those MOSFETs are the same, it's an IRFP 150 and channel MOSFETs. Yeah, and it will be used in conjunction with, here you can see 3 modules. It looks like this. It has a microcontroller there and not much else, and an LCD display. It will have a potentiometer that will set up the speed of the motor, and it's gonna be stabilized. It will have a feedback with helps of a rotary encoder, and this is gonna be used to choose the direction of the rotation of the motor. Just a toggle switch. The direction is chosen the hardware way, not the software way. It literally just chooses to which MOSFETs the signal is gonna be fed. So that's that. Here you can see the part of that electric scooter. Here was the display. That's why I still made it 8 LED. So it will fit where it was. Let's go. I'm gonna show you quickly that scooter I was talking about. And yeah, if in one of my videos you saw a glimpse of my bike, and since it's a 125cc 2-stroke, and thanks to the income and stuff, I felt like that's not quite enough. It's time for an upgrade. I kept the 125, but I also bought myself a 350cc 2-stroke as well, because I like it. 2-stroke twin, inline twin 350cc. Let's go. I'm gonna show you that as well. By the way, yesterday fella brought me this. It's a bloody concert type speaker to check if it works and to do some replacement. I mean change those jacks, which I don't know what they are. Kinda looks like an RCA, but it misses the outer shell. It may be an RCA, but somebody just busted the outer shield. Anyway, need to fix that, make sure it works, and that will be it. Let's go. Back into the shed we go. You might remember this. Yeah, total mess. Never came about to fix that. Here's one of my bikes, and there is another one. So back from Soviet era, of course. This one is 1992, post-Soviet, just a year, but whatever. This one is 1989. Did some modifications to it already. LED lights and whatnot. Shock absorbers. Tachometer from eBay and stuff. Yeah, it works. And here's that scooter. You can see it 24-volt lead acid battery pack. You can see that control box I talked about, brush DC motor with a belt drive to the wheel. That plastic was installed right here along with an indicator. This box is pretty much dead now. All it does now is it provides an enclosure for the power supply, original power supply, that is used to charge those batteries. The PWM is now done by a homemade board, which it came to me like this. Somebody had fun with it before me. Here you can see a glimpse of that board. Focus, mainly using Soviet components, but it's based around TL494, which is kind of weird, because all you need there is just change PWM when you twist the grip. So they could have done it with some other chip, a simpler one, without error amplifiers, because they are not used here, but whatever. So that's that. 15 minutes in, and I think that's gonna be fine. Some other... no, let's give you a quick update, very quick update. I left you guys in the dark for too long, and yeah, I got myself a DSO. Here you can see a model of it. Handtech DSO 4072, 70 MHz dual channel, 1 gig sample per second, with built-in function generator. Very nice stuff in comparison to the analog. I mean, I still keep the analog one here, and I even hoarded some more equipment. Got myself this simplistic oscilloscope. This one has a bandwidth of 1 MHz, so not that great, but the benefit of it is its portability. What I think about is actually making it so it can be powered from batteries, and I can lug it around whenever I need to look at some signal in some weird place. So I don't have to find an extension cord and power my DSO, for example. Although powering DSO is not big deal, really, because all you need is about 300 volts DC, and that's it. Because this thing has a switch mode power supply at the very beginning of the power chain, so you feed that with 300 volts DC and it's gonna be happy. Or you can feed that with a modified sine wave, pure sine wave, square wave, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the voltage on the bulk capacitor should be right around 300 volts DC. And that's that. Yeah. I'm gonna do some more updates, I guess. Yeah, but for now, that's it. And one more thing before I go. I actually managed to get myself a speedy connection to the internet. So believe it or not, I now can actually afford to upload a long full HD videos without spending too much time doing that. Yeah, I got myself an optical fiber running it right into my house, and it's awesome. 50 megabits per second. So yeah. All I need is motivation and energy, and you can see some other videos from me. That's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.